So I would say firmly upgrade.
Heard it from the man himself.
Yeah, it's a good question. There is a lot of things going on in the Empire. The borders are slowly tightening, and I don't know who's going to come out on top, because we saw Dithmarschen and Brandenburg really go toe-to-toe with a lot of the middle nations.
Yep.
And I actually think it would be a very good fight, if not, depending on how many allies Austria can call in, if they went to war with each other. All depends on the alliance chains.
I don't want to say too much, but there are apparently things on the air about just that.
That's what I was very much thinking. I've seen the reform desire is starting to spike again. We are now in 1531. The age will be ending soon.
Reform desire grows 200% faster. Crikey.
Yeah.
Oh, and Burgundy and France just got golden ages. That's interesting.
Yes, they did as well. Krugi's been in the golden age for a while, I think, and so has Flory. I always forget about golden ages when I play. Flory's golden age has ended. Yep. Brandenburg is definitely going to want that reform desire to spike so they can get Prussia, because I think you need to flip, don't you, for Prussia?
You need, Protestant, which is why Burgundy has been consistently staying as the papal controller and burning that down. It's either Burgundy or the Pope, we're not sure who.
It's the Pope. It has been the Pope. Form the Kingdom of Prussia. Yeah, you need to be Protestant or Reformed.
Yep.
I wonder if he flipped to Hussite first. If that would help egg on the Reformation.
Possibly. I don't know too much about Hussite because it's a pretty new faith, isn't it?
Yeah. And it still exists because of Dithmarschen.
Can he flip to Prussia if he's Hussite, or does he have to be Protestant or Reformed?
He has to be Protestant or Reformed. Okay. He can't be a Hussite Prussia. But, you know, it might cause them issues.
I just noticed that Prague is still converting people as well. That's hilarious. Because it's a centre of Reformation. Anyway, I shall leave you guys to it. I just wanted to spend a moment and talk about how the heck I've survived this long, because I'm kind of amazed myself.
We've been watching with a bit of amazement, and you've done some really good tactical diplomacy there. But no, thank you for coming to talk to us.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll speak to you soon.
See you later.
I mean, I get like cause claims, permanent claims on the Spanish Netherlands.
What do you need?
Basically what Naples used to earn, but then I can sell it back.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Do a switcheroo, or you can come to some sort of an arrangement where I could help you in wars. Where are you going for?
Well, I need to get the rest of northern Italy, but I'm hoping to do that diplomatically with Switzerland and...
Okay.
Aside from that, not much, honestly. That's kind of it. Once I have Italy, I'm sort of... I don't know. That would be a pretty huge hamper on my economy. That's a lot of development.
Yeah. It's just I want those permanent claims on Spanish. I don't want to...
What would you do with the Netherlands at this point? I mean, are you even in
really
position to fight them? Is it even worth it?
You know, I'm sitting here listening.
Oh,
right.
Not the Netherlands. It's just Belgium now. It's just like,
Belgium. So you want to fight Bergen?
Yeah.
I see.
As I came into chat and heard Spanish Netherlands, I was thinking, maybe I should stay and listen. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Oof. That's a hard sell for me. That's a lot of my development.
Thinking maybe joint land elsewhere, possibly Ottoman territory or Jerusalem.
I'm not taking Jerusalem, and the Balkan territory are my allies. You're pretty much the only other person I could take land from at this point. Other than that, I'm kind of sitting tight, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I'm not really eager to do that trick, because I don't think that there's much benefit in it for me, and there's a lot of risk.
What about a big cash lump sum?
Cash is not as good as land is the problem.
Yeah. true.
I
That's
mean, you
true.
understand the position I'm in, right?
Yeah, no, completely.
Like, that's huge.
We could have a thing where you sell it to me and then I sell it back, and therefore I complete my quest and then speak nothing of it.
Yes. I don't know, man. I think if we were allies, I would consider that more. But I'm full on alliances, so at the moment, I don't know. Tell you what, let's revisit this when you're actually in a position to take advantage of it with Burgundy.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say no outright, because I'm happy to have you go fight Burgundy, but
I've already got a claim
that-
on Burgundy now. Kind of snaked it up using, the adjacent.
It's
buff.
great.
Oh
the
yeah, you did.
adjacent
What do you
thing.
know?
I mean, we've been in the Age of Discovery for so bloody long.
Yeah,
Oh, I
gonna
know.
say,
I'm not doing
they-
anything about it. I promise.
Throwback to the time that a couple of Polish guys broke the HRE or broke the reformation mechanic.
Mm.
Goodness.
Hey.
Well, hey, as a good Catholic, I'm happy about it. But
I mean, it's
Yeah.
up to 55 now. I mean, how do you buy it down? Is it literally just money?
Yes.
it's
Um,
one monies equals 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
spend a chunk of the Curia's money.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, not your own. And it goes down by 5%, but the trade-off is the Reform Desire grows faster, but as we are seeing, you can easily pay down a ton of it.
It's crazy. So, I mean, I guess if you're the Emperor, it makes sense to do this because then you can push it back to the point where you can snake around, take one province here, one province there. That way you can border basically all the princes that you're needing,
Yeah.
to squash the Reformation easier. I mean, I think it's brilliant. I just feel like I don't know how far it can be kind of taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Chewy,
Yes, sir.
what's this about Rum joining the HRE?
Well, if he's a prince, if he wants to be a prince, he can. It doesn't change anything. You can still attack him if that's what you're talking about.
I kind of want to attack him now, though, but I don't know if this is...
Well, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. What do you mean? He's a heretic. Or he's
yeah,
a heathen.
that's what I'm thinking.
No, they just asked if I would be open to having him join, and obviously more princes is gooder, right? Except for the fact
Well,
that you have to convert
you
the
can join
Catholic-
after we've kicked him into the dirt a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Kick him to the dirt, force him to be Catholic, and then we're good.
All right. I'm going. See you
Chewy.
soon.
Yes, sir.
You got a second to talk in Western Europe?
Yes, sir.
Padre Loris, I
Hello.
should now have enough to get all this done now.
Fantastic.
I don't have much cash on hand right
I'm
now,
at
but I
war.
will get you back for it later.
I can't sell it while I'm at war, sadly.
Oh, you're at
fight-
war.
Yeah, I'm fighting like a native. It won't be too long.
Yeah. No worries.
As soon as that's done, I can...
Oh, I did not know that. Interesting, Faceless. I never knew that.
Yeah, the only hurry for me is to get your land back to you.
That would explain why it was a level 1, not level 2 earlier. Ah. And I wasn't bankruptcying there. I'm doing that because I want the level 3.
Quill, good sir, I hope you are still there. If so, would you be willing to pop up to the commentary box?
Who are you asking for?
Quill.
He's just
Yes,
mute.
sir.
Oh, there he is.
Commentary box on my way.
Thank you.
Are 40 width knights a thing? They can be, potentially for a horde, sure. But it would be incredibly cost ineffective. Build tank destroyers. Uh-huh. Oh, bloody hell. My force limit's gone up through the roof. Oh, fantastic. When I actually have some money to deal with that, I will probably build a bigger army. Meanwhile, who's fighting? France. Oh, that's the British war still. And the Knights. Who's the Knights fighting? Byzantium?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey there.
So I was thinking, I'm probably only gonna have about 3 or 4 years left to live. So, Father Loris,
Hello.
I have the islands of Tenerife and Gran Canaria,
Yes.
and I would like to express the interest in perhaps the purchase of one of those two fine provinces
Depends where you're going.
for 150 ducats. I would simply like to exodus towards the Americas and Africa. I mean, really-
Africa, it's
No,
fine. But if you go to America's Spanish territory, as decreed by the Pope,
Yes, with the Treaty of Tordesillas. But what specifically is entirely...
the Treaty of Tortillas, as I called it before Vax.
Oh, I still call it that.
Yeah, but if you head down to Africa, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
St.
yeah, that would
Helena,
be
that
alright.
area.
Because you have Mexico. I see you're going into America. You have the West Indies. It looks like the classic,
Yeah.
the Treaty of Tordesillas from real life. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it is pretty much.
Okay, so I imagine there wouldn't be room for me colonizing in America.
No, in
But-
America.
If I went to Africa and made sure I just didn't get killed by
Portugal.
Songhai. Oh well, Portugal was also willing to sell me a province. It's either whichever one I could get sooner is really the preferred option.
Okey-dokey.
So
Also, kind of want some monetary compensation. Depends on.
yeah, for the province, I'm offering 120 ducats.
Yeah, I can do that in a moment. Let me just clean up this war a second.
Okay.
Hey, Spain.
Hello.
Can I have you in Eastern Europe for a quick second?
Can indeed.
Why am I so locked in getting ideas online? Because I'd much rather get the technologies done.
What the fuck is Eastern Europe?
Particularly military technology. Being behind in that is bad in multiplayer. Remember, I had a really, really, really bad start when it came to monarch points. Losing all of my monarch points early on, which was like 2,000 right at the start, and then having a 114 ruler for a really, really long time. So I'm very, very short on monarch points. So I need to be as efficient as I possibly can be. What was I doing? Oh yeah, institution. So right now I'm trying to get the institution so I can get the cheaper technologies, which means I can then get cheaper ideas. And you'll notice that I've already been spending Diplo on developing, although I totally forgot that I had Maritime already. Whoops, I should have saved my points for that. Although, actually getting the dev did give me another, like, 2 ducats. It's not all bad. And it is very cheap to develop this area right now. Although not as cheap as it would be if I had that. Help Burgundy destroy England? No, because Burgundy were the ones that sold me down the stream, down the river. Right now, my feelings towards Burgundy is neutrality. I don't have any particularly bad thoughts towards them, but I also don't want to help them. And especially not against England, who could potentially do a heck of a lot more damage to me. Because of my reliance on trade. Right, and I also need to see the balance between the statists and the orangists, because I do not remember how this works. So the statists give the Republican tradition, then the orangists give you military stuff. So right now I really need to be going towards the statists, okay. Because I had that pop up while I was talking to the commentators, like, I don't remember what these do. I can't really make a decision here, because I don't know what they do, and I'm too busy talking to you to check. Like, one of the worst things about splitting thoughts between what's going on. I'm just checking to see who's in whose chat channel. Because I suddenly find I'm on my own in here. So Daniel, Kaiser up there, Lucas and Polchny are there. Curia Controller picked a Golden Bull. Curia Powers are 50% cheaper. Oh, interesting. Don't mind if I do. Mercantilism or church tax? How much am I actually making from taxes? Actually a lot. So I think I'm going to take the tax bonus. Thank you. Lots of blue flames. Yes. Let's take a look at who exactly is fighting right now. So we have Serbia. Oh, man. Okay, so the north versus the south. So it's Austria, Hungary, Commonwealth, Serbia, Byzantium versus Karaman, Karakanulu, Mamelukes. Anadol. There. Oh, and Denmark. And then we also have the British war against the Burgundians and France. And then there's little old me just sitting here being nice and peaceful. It does look like a bit of a crusade, doesn't it? And I find it interesting that Florrie is currently in a chat with Sweden, but I'm allied to Sweden. So I wonder if that alliance was supposed to be a... I don't know. I can't trust Florrie anymore after that last war. I'm still officially under the Emperor's protection, I think. I don't know how much I can trust that. Although clearly there are fractures forming between the Empire and Brandenburg. Unite Germany, maybe? No. There must be some pretty hefty fights going on down here. I kind of wish I could see a bit more of it. But I'm not really in the right place for it. Oh, and I guess my fourth one's going to have to be exploration. I didn't pick it as my third. Which does mean I'm going to be in the colonizing game a little bit late. I guess I'm going to have to go for Africa and India rather than the Americas. Although I'd much rather go for the Americas because it has the colonial regions, and each colonial city that you have more than 10 provinces in equals a merchant. And I also still don't have trade. Trade's probably going to have to be the 5th. Oh no, that's going to be 3 Diplo. I can't afford that. True. I could do expansion. I keep forgetting that's an admin. Yeah, expansion would work. Because I don't actually need to explore, I don't think. The main thing about exploration is the ability to explore. So we're 9 years ahead of time, so I think we are going to be safe to grab that, which also gives me another merchant, which is great. Because I need a merchant, I think, in Champagne, pushing trade up to the English Channel. Huzzah! I would also like to pay off a couple of loans. That's one of the main reasons I'm kind of hoarding cash right now. I think it was the right decision getting the world port. Because I did need to increase my trade in the Lübeck node. I'm actually now the biggest trade power here. We're coming back. We're coming back. The Netherlands is a mid-game to late-game tag. Early on, you struggle. But once the money starts flowing... And at this point, I'll take the inflation, because we are actually going to have exceptional inflation reduction abilities. Don't I mean the Dutch channel? I do mean the Dutch channel. Dinosu, thank you very much for the 2-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Makes me happy to see the Netherlands. Makes me happy to see the Netherlands too. Get rid of Maritime. I don't really want to do that now. I've actually spent points in it. Like, Maritime's still going to be incredibly useful. Like, Maritime does work as a trade idea because of stuff like merchant traditions, which gives naval tradition for protecting trade, which is one of the main reasons I took it, because that is a thing we are doing. Oh, speaking of which, I should be able to do another Berkha estate, which is... Where is it? Navy tradition DK minus 0.5, admiral cost minus 25%, and we can afford that now. I've been kind of saving the entire game for this. Increases their influence, which is fine. I mean, it does make it 73. We're actually getting 20% extra trade efficiency because of how strong our Berkhas are, which is quite nice. Oh, we could also do the same for the army. You know what? I like this idea. Do it. I do like this system. It's cool. We should probably do another agenda at some point soon. Oh, there it is. Sardinia Piedmont. Quill has formed it. Almost 14 ducats a month, quite the improvement from 1 not long ago. We're on 16 now. It's actually because of this ongoing war. It's kind of feeding money to me because his ships are busy blockading. And also, yeah, that trade bonus is helping. It's really helping. Oh man, 40% control now. Ah, finally. Finally, the Dutch are doing what they do best, making stacks of cash. Build more light ships. No, I need to get rid of my debt first. We still have 12 loans. And I want to try and keep as low as possible, so that if I do go to war, I can bring out the mercenaries. Because I am aware that my army is relatively small for a nation as wealthy as mine. It's not E4 if there are no loans. Yeah, I still can't believe that I panicked at taking just like 6 or 7 loans in that first war. I don't think it was even that many. I thought I was being super sneaky, doing a very tactical bankruptcy, but it actually cost me really badly. Oh well, now I know. I'm a lot better at maximizing loan income than I am bankruptcies. Thank Quasiti that they finally improved the estate system. Yeah, it's actually quite good now. I like it. I was kind of wondering just how many privileges you can give out. You know what, shall we do a diet? I think we should do a diet. In fact, we could do a diet and then steal some more land. I like this idea. Diet. Land. Oops, the nobles didn't like that. Soz. Alright, so the clergy want Utrecht to have 13 base tax. The nobility want a castle in Friesland. And Den Haag wants a shipyard or a grand shipyard. You know, that one I can probably do. Which will give more base production in Den Haag. We're going to go with the Burghers. I hate my new flag. Why people like this tag? Pink was better. It just became 1/4 Danish. Ooh, Diplotech cost down. Don't mind if I do. I think I can squeeze in one more maritime. Boop. Oh, my money's gone again. Oh, it's because I'm paying an army. Right. Don't need to be doing that no more.
Okay, so are
Hello.
you here? Holland?
Yes, hello.
I have war with England.
Yes.
You know it.
It's been on for a while.
Yeah, and I think that you can take London if you want.
How would I get there? He still has a big fleet.
Yeah, but France is building his fleet right now, and he doesn't have any sailors.
Oh, right.
I mean Britain. So if your fleet and France fleet will just keep him, then I can try and move my force into his island, and then it's GG.
I'm going to have to say no because my agreement with the HRE is neutrality. I'm not allowed to join any sides, which is why I've been so quiet.
I understand.
It's kept me alive. It kept me alive when Florey invaded, so they've upheld their end.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, sorry. Good luck, though. I've been watching that one with interest, and you're doing well. I've seen the fights.
Thanks.
Good luck. Just take London easy peasy. Uh-huh. Yeah, sorry Burgundy. I like you guys, but it's not good business right now. Netherlands, the Switzerland of the Atlantic. I'm just pursuing a policy of armed neutrality. I don't see how this could backfire. It's going to be fine. Take London, become a pirate republic, make loads of dosh. I think all of your provinces need to be on an island to do that. Oof, Spain's colonizing quickly. Yeah, I think that Spain's done a really good job of flying under the radar and making a lot of friends. I think Spain's actually surprisingly powerful at the moment.